we can be the fire department, and then City of Vancouver will no longer provide that service. So this is kind of how this all got started. Fire District 5 had hired or in the process of hiring a consultant to look at that, as providing fire protection to the City of Vancouver. So with that said, at the same time, they're looking at a county-wide fire department as well. And all they're asking all the fire agencies in the county is at no cost to any of the agencies. They're going to absorb the whole cost. Are we interested in being in their research? The only cost to us would be any staff time, as far as they might need some data from us to provide their consultant with the data for a county-wide fire department. Currently, 3 departments are interested in having the consultant look at them, and 3 departments are not. East County chose not to. Fire District 3, the Hawkinson area, chose not to. And Fire District 6 right now is looking at it. But what they did do, though, is they did contact Fire District 5 and said, well, maybe they can put off the vote, because what it is that we have to make a stance one way or the other on July 31st. And the election for Fire District 6, the EMS levy, is August 17th, just like ours. So they're trying to convince them that they can delay the vote or delay their commitment till after the election. It's my take, though, that we'll go ahead and look at hire the consultant or be part of the study and not wait until the election, and just be pretty transparent that this is what it's about and we're interested in it. It's no cost to the citizens of Washougal, but it's something that we can look at. Councilman Morris and I went to a meeting back at the end of June, and they had some fire departments there that they talked about regional fire authorities and what they're all about and everything like that. So it's just a thing that we could agree to. I can give them a phone call, say we're interested in being part of the study group, and I just needed a kind of a discussion here on council on which way they want to go with this.
And we need to make that decision next Monday night.
We need to, currently we need by the 31st, which is Saturday.
We don't really need a specific agenda bill or
Right.
council action, because we're not spending any money, and simply would have Fire District 5 provide us information as they do a study that could be helpful to us no matter what direction we go. We are currently engaged with the City of Camas pretty seriously in the discussion that you're all aware of around if there's benefit or not to some level of consolidation or enhanced mutual provision of services. There's going to be a significant study that's undertaken by 5 to look at a similar kind of issue with a broader reach. And it's our sense that for giving them some data about our city and our department, we will gain the benefit of that effort and that work, and it can only help us to get information. There's no commitment to anything. We're not saying, oh, we want to join a county fire department. Simply, hey, take a look at what you're taking a look at, and we'll give you our data. And it'll be interesting to know, what you come up with, and it might inform our discussions with Camas Washougal if that's where we go. It can perhaps help us be a more efficient and effective department on our own if that's where we end up, and who knows what might come out of the study. All the options are still on the table, including a do-nothing option. So it's really a heads up this afternoon to let you know that we want to let Fire District 5 know that, yeah, we'll send you some data and you can take a look at it. I think a couple of the districts have taken a more formal approach with respect to it. I'm not exactly sure why. This does not impact our levy in any way. This just continues to operate in the way it has. This is informational, really, but we felt it was important to let you know that this was happening. Not sure what kind of press release or other information might come out of Fire District 5, and we certainly felt we needed to let the council know that we're going to be providing them with some data instead of you.
City Camas, their council said go ahead with the study, so I think would be, I mean, if they're going ahead with it and we're in talks with the city Camas, I think it'd be
Makes
prudent
sense.
for us to go ahead with that too.
Yeah.
So since we don't have time to take a formal motion on this, is it does staff or does the chief have the ability or the authority to just go ahead and, I mean, since there's no expenditure of funding, I mean,
Right.
we're not really spending any money on this, it's just a cooperative effort.
Right.
Right, we're not taking the city of Washougal down any particular road, other than to provide some data, which the chief is going to provide.
Okay.
So yes, there's no formal legal action that's required on the part of the council. However, it was important to let you know about, as a heads up, and to hear if there were any concerns about that, or to answer any questions that you might have. We can certainly keep you apprised as it moves forward.
Okay.
Any more discussion? Human Resources?
Yep, thanks. So I've got one agenda bill next week and updating Chapter 7 and 8 of our personnel policies. You recall the department head manual was updated about a month ago. And what I failed to remember is that the sick leave and the vacation accruals were also embedded in our personnel policies. So what I'm simply doing is updating those policies to reflect what was approved by council a month ago. So we've got consistency between. However, after routing the vacation leave policy, in my haste to get it out there quickly, I reversed the accrual schedule for the mid-managers. So I do have an updated version here for council tonight, and then staff, I'll get that to you. Pass this. Yep, that's it, sorry.
Okay, any discussion? I'm sorry, just thinking of our strategic plan meeting coming up this week. Okay, if there's no discussion on that, I want to bring back in the declaration of support for the voluntary green building standards. This was something that Councilman Delavar brought up at the last meeting, so I'll let him share what he wants to on this.
Thank you very much. And by the way, I apologize for not being here earlier. I had a sick kid at home, and my wife hadn't relieved me yet, so that's why I was in a little bit late. And thank you very much for accommodating me on this. And I do apologize for not being here when we all discussed this at the last workshop prior to us actually passing it. Yeah, on that one, I was actually flying and was not able to be here, even though I was begging them to, but they didn't let me have it off. My concern about this, after doing some research, is that I guess I had a misunderstanding. I want to clarify a couple things to make sure that we're all on the same page. Because if the research that I did clarified a misunderstanding for me, then perhaps that clarification is going to be useful. When we first were looking at these codes,